Hello friends, and welcome to another edition of the Wines of the Month from Spirit Gourmet. This is for May 2021. We have a great lineup today. We're going to get right into it. We're going to start with Glatzer Gruner Veltliner. Gruner Veltliner is the synonymous white grape from Austria. So if you love crisp, clean whites, this is the one for you. Glatzer is in Carnuntum, which is just very close to Vienna. And this wine, perfect wine for vegetables. I've always was told that Gruner Veltliner makes green beans taste green beanier, whatever that means, but it's good stuff. We'll move next to Italy, not far, a couple hours flight. We'll go to Piedmont. This is Castelline de Arnese from a single vineyard. From the godfather of Arnese, his name is Italo Stupino. A lot of work done in the 70s with the University of Turin to identify the clones to plant and where to plant them, more importantly. Arnese, you have crisp, clean fruit, lots of peach notes, pear, great for your aperitif wines, dishes, and some grilled chicken, of course, and some grilled seafood. Speaking of seafood, we'll go next to Rias Baixas. This is in Spain on the coast. The grape here is Albarino, the winery is Lacana. What is Albarino? Well, it's an indigenous grape to Spain. It has a lot of salty notes to it, but again, apple, green apple in particular, some pear, some white peach, very good acidity, perfect with crab, with lobster, with shellfish. And again, this part of Spain looks a lot like this part of New England. A lot of granite in the soil, and you kind of carry that through to the wine. We'll move up back to France. This is Eugene Carrel. This is a Savoie. What is Savoie? Where is Savoie? It's in the foothills of the Alps. The grape here is Jacquer. The town is Janjou. None of these things are as important as how the wine tastes. If you like Chardonnay, you will love this wine. It's a perfect kind of balance of no oak, stone fruits, green apple, some red delicious apple notes, as well as some nice acidity to go with white cheese, soft cheese, and some grilled seafood, some grilled chicken, salad dishes as well. If you're vegetarian, it's perfect with pasta primavera and some things that are difficult to pair, like asparagus and artichokes. Bouncing back to Spain, this is a region called La Rioja, and this is from the Muga family. It's a very old estate in Rioja. This is a blend, it's a white blend of Viura with some Garnacha Blanca. The enjoyment of this wine is it's barrel fermented, so it's a little bit richer and fuller. It's got some more concentration, but it's not oaky. When we say barrel fermented, that means just what it is. The wine is fermented in oak. After it reaches its perfect alcohol, they move it over to tank and bottle it and ready to go. This is also a winery that has their own cooperage on site. Speaking of Chardonnay, we'll move now to Oregon. Nicolas J. Affinity Chardonnay 2018. This is from the Dundee Hills, a partnership of Jean-Nicolas Mayo from Von Romanet in Burgundy and Mayo Camazet, and Jay Boberg, his longtime friend from the music industry. Started IRS Records, famous for the Go-Go's and REM. That has nothing to do with this wine, of course. Chardonnay made from Burgundy, from Oregon with a Burgundian lens. So you have biodynamically farmed Chardonnay, crisp notes, great acidity, especially in the mid and the back palate. Perfect for sturdier dishes, maybe lobster with the cream sauce or roasted chicken. Even you can do this with some tuna or salmon on the grill. We'll do a fun wine next from Germany. This is Fritz Mueller's Rosé. For years, I thought Fritz Mueller was a guy. It's really not. It's two friends that got together to make some fun wines, sparkling wines. So it's Frizzante Müller-Thurgau. In this case, the grape is Portugieser and Müller-Thurgau. Clean, crisp, little strawberry jam notes to it. Slightly off dry, but a perfect porch pounder. And it has a nice little Frizzante bubbly notes on the palate. So it's great as an aperitif or great with some schnitzel on the patio. We'll change gears to reds. Back to Oregon to our friend Ken Wright. New label with the 2018 vintage. Oh, this is 2019. This is a Ken Wright Willamette Valley Pinot Noir. Ken has 14 single vineyards all over the Willamette Valley, and he was one of the pioneers to create the sub-AVAs of the Willamette Valley. So from his 14 single vineyards, he takes a cut of each and he puts them into this blend. So you're getting the wine of that quality, which would be 2 to 2.5 times the price at a great value here. As well, starting with the 18 vintage, they changed the label. They used a bottle with 30% lighter glass. They took the foil off to reduce landfill, and everything's printed on recycled paper. Now we'll go to France. This is Chateau Maris. We have a wine from the Languedoc, from an area called Minervois. This is a typical blend of Grenache, some Syrah, some Cabernet, some Mourvedre. Important factor here, this is one of the largest wineries that's fully biodynamic. In fact, the winery itself, the building, is made entirely of hemp. The owner, Robert Eden, created a system to compress hemp with some sugar that's derived from plants. Glue that's derived from plants, and made a winery out of hemp bricks that can be biodegraded if necessary. As well, one of the pioneers in this area to go fully biodynamic. What is biodynamics? It's a bit of a religion as well as a planting mechanism. You can use the moon, the lunar cycles to grow. I could do a whole other wine of the month or a whole other 2-hour lecture on biodynamics, but I won't get into that today. The wine is delicious. It's a wine with a low carbon footprint and goes well with grilled food, pasta, sipping on its own with some cheese. Interesting story on this label. This is not the label of the Heidi Schrock Blau Frankisch from the single vineyard Ulm. We had a little issue with the bottling line, but it's okay nonetheless. The wine is delicious. Blau Frankisch is from Austria, from an area called Burgenland, which is about an hour drive from Vienna. It tastes to me, you have a lot of blue fruit notes, blueberry, some dark red fruits, a little bit brooding. As we get up into these, they're a little bit more for sturdier dishes for pairing. Grilled lamb, grilled steak, roasted, ossobuco, things of this nature. But it's not so heavy that you can't have fish with it, especially a darker fish or a lake fish, trout, and that sort of thing. Single vineyard Ried from Heidi Schrock. Heidi Schrock actually is a person as opposed to our friend Fritz over here. Rounding it out with the last two, we have a Bordeaux Supérieur. This is from Chateau Parenchère. Bordeaux Supérieur is a generic kind of catch-all for any wine that's within the Bordeaux region. This one happens to be from Entre-deux-Mers, which is an area between the two rivers in Bordeaux. A typical blend of Cabernet and Merlot with a little bit of Cabernet Franc and a little bit of Petit Verdot. Bordeaux is a bit of everything, a bit of a chameleon. And this particular style is more juicy, fruit-forward, ripe, lush, very easy to drink with a variety of dishes. I particularly like Bordeaux with a duck, sauteed duck. Then going back to Italy to round it out, we have the Altesino Rosso di Altesino from Tuscany. This is from a grower, a winery that is specialized in Brunello di Montalcino, so from the town of Montalcino. This particular wine, however, we would consider a super Tuscan, is 80% Sangiovese Grosso, which is the primary grape in Chianti as well in Brunello, with 20% blend of Cabernet and Merlot. The wine is 100% aged in either concrete or stainless steel, so it's still very juicy and lush. But Sangiovese from this part of Tuscany can be a little bit big and brooding, and they put the Cab and Merlot in there for some color and aromatics, as well as to round it out and make it a little bit more juicy and ready to drink. Perfect wine with pasta bolognese, perfect wine with some, again, burgers, Tuesday night wine, steaks on the grill. Hanger steaks is particularly well with this wine, or the famous bistecca fiorentina. I hope you all enjoy. We will talk to you again soon.